Secondly, since the liberation of Eritrea, if you follow the politics of Ethiopia, the first thing you hear in your politicians is, I will bring Assab. Every election Ethiopians have ever had, and they translate this for us. Even Abiy Ahmed, I will bring Assab for Ethiopia. So you said, remove yourself from the politics of Ethiopia. Impossible. Assab kanam alkumina and Abela Abiy Ahmed up to Mumugat or up to debate. When they debate, they say we will bring Assab for Ethiopia. Second point you need to catch. The Blue Nile. Egypt and Eritrea usually have a friendly term. They act like they're friends, right? With the president of Egypt, Sisi. Suddenly, in Taiblalo, I will support concession with Ethiopia and Eritrea for the opening of the Red Sea for Ethiopia. That's what Sisi saying now. Why? Slam Taigin. It's a Renaissance girl dam of Ethiopia Zala. Egypt Farha. They're afraid of it. Because if Ethiopia controls the Blue Nile,
straight or Amharic, whichever you choose.
Okay, English.
The English.
Yeah, because for the people to understand, I'll let Lala translate. So if Ethiopia controls the Blue Nile, then Sudan will have difficulties and Egypt will have difficulties because you're talking about 150 million people that the water is being controlled through the Renaissance Dam. So Ethiopia has power there. But Ethiopia has no right or no claim to the Red Sea by any means necessary. The reason why is if Ethiopia claimed the Red Sea as Abiy Ahmed speaks, then he wouldn't be seeking open port access through Somaliland because Eritrea said no. Now, me personally, I don't support the Eritrean government. Me personally, I'm against the Eritrean government as an Eritrean. But the sea belongs to the Eritrean people. To make this shorter for you, Ethiopia gross domestic product has risen from 50 billion to almost 125 billion because you guys are under the IMF. Ethiopia monetary financial system is run by Tzadu. I don't want to say it on live by white people, by whitey people, because they're part of the IMF since 1945. Eritrea has never been part of the IMF. Our GDP is 2.6 billion. We cannot rise because we can't do business because of our government. But the Eritrean people, we required the Red Sea because that is our monetary system. That is the money that we can make to take care of our people. Because within the Red Sea, you also have potash mining, you have gold, you have everything else. So we refuse, whether you oppose the Eritrean government or you support, it doesn't matter. As an Eritrean, we refuse to just hand over the Red Sea unless the solution is Ethiopia can rent the Red Sea from us, maybe for a slightly discounted price. But taking our Red Sea by force, no Eritrean will stand for that, regardless of their opposition or support. We will stand for what's ours. We will not give that up. If you have any questions, I'm subject to your questions. Anybody want to translate for me? I appreciate it. But for the Hizbi, thank you.
Okay, from what you say.
It was nice meeting you, by the way, sister.
Nice to meet you too. But the only thing I'm gonna tell you for you is Ethiopia will never ever accept Assab belongs to Eritrea. That's one thing I'm gonna tell you. If anybody, even this regime, gone, I promise you, Ethiopia is not gonna stop, and you all know it. And there's nothing you guys gonna do about that. That's Ethiopia is not gonna change their mind about that. We should never be landlocked from the beginning. And there are so many documents that I can actually show you. That should never happen from the beginning.
Yogreta, kabarinet kutwatsuz agbaakum tumnalahi. What you're saying is you should never have been freed from slavery to That's what you're telling me. You should never.
The
Bahasa
way
Hasa
you
Kubaki Haji Intalo Maslaki.
you can say, you can translate it however you want it.
But what you're saying is Ethiopian people. I understand. I understand what you're saying, but what I'm also telling you is Eritrea has the capabilities to clap back. So Ethiopia
You can
has
do
a lot.
whatever you want. If that is what you want, that's what you're gonna do.
Right. Ethiopia has.
Hold on, let me.
Yeah, but what you're saying is.
Hold on. Can I explain to what she's saying to you? She's telling you Ethiopia always is gonna believe Assab is theirs, okay? Which is true in Ethiopia head, you know? It is theirs. But it is in Ertra land, you know? But who owns it? Ertra owns it. You feel me? So it's okay to want something that's not yours. But hold on. But she's telling you we are always going to want Assab, but we know we can't get it, but we're going to dream about it. Hold on. If Ethiopia had the capability, if Ethiopia had the power to get Assab, she would have done it. But here's the thing. Meles told them a long time ago, fighting for Assab is done. Nobody should go because they don't have the balls, you know? The ball. You know what I'm saying? Like this.
We got a bigger, it looks like we got a big,
Hold on, Laura. Hold on, let me talk because she's been talking. Liliana, I'm not
I didn't even respond to him.
Hold on, respond አርገሽለታል እኔ respond
No, I
አርገሽ
did not.
Hold on.
I did not. I literally.
እኔ explain
ላላ
አርገለታል
አንዴ ቆይ ላላ ኖ አንዴ ቆይ እሷ ታውራ
It's too much በቃ like እንደዚህ መፈከር ነው ሚኪ she's telling የምትለዋለች በእንግሊዝኛ አርገው አሰብየኛ Okay, hurry up, ከዛ በኋላ ነው ወሬ አለ
እዚህ በቃ
No, hurry ወዲ go ahead
እሱ ተዛሪቡ እኮ ማለት ካፒቴን ተዛሪቡ ሳድማ ትመልሳሉ ቀንዕና አይደለው ነገር ንግበር
I'm just, listen, I'm Ethiopian. I'm speaking what we as Ethiopian. That is all. I don't, like I told you, I don't believe any Ethiopian want to war with Eritrea. Honestly, if you ask me. Because most Ethiopian see Eritrean as their own. One thing I still gonna tell you. But for me, I used to even believe that before 2022. We are the same people. They have to be the first one to benefit, even if they are a different country, that kind of thing. But after 22, what I realize is your government is trying to control Ethiopia for Egypt, not only for him. He's sacrificing Ethiopia for Egypt. When it comes to Assab, though, the reason we have a question is because it's unfair for the country to be landlocked. You guys, referendum I will never accept. The referendum I will never accept because I can show you the numbers, the population number you have at that time, and the referendum number you showed is fake. Literally, you can add all that with the population you have. 6,000 Afar, even though it's 29,000 Afaris exist at that moment, it's only 6,000 that you showed. So, and you guys did a referendum when Ethiopia don't have elected government, was a transitional government, and you all want us to accept that. That is not fair. Basically, what you're saying to me, just because I was powerful at back then, you better accept it and shut the hell up. That's what you guys telling me. We have a question. Let's talk about it. The history, we don't argue. We don't even believe in the same, we have the same history. You guys telling different story, we telling different story. So open the door and let them talk first so we can have this problem solved. You can never change it by saying, oh, we would never do that. Rent, would you, let me ask you, Captain, would you accept you guys letting us rent military base?
Here's the thing.
Just answer that. Would you accept rent military base to protect ourselves? Would you allow that?
You asked me a question. If it's done diplomatically and it benefits the Eritrean people, why not? But what you're telling me, sister, is Assab is ours. Secondly, you're telling me you don't believe in the referendum, which you're also telling me you don't believe in the freedom of Eritrea. the Red Sea belongs to you?
You are a
Hansa,
country.
Hansa,
I respect
Hansa.
that. I don't accept the
But
referendum
listen,
because
but
it
what
hurt me.
if I go to your
landlocked.
okay, but if I go to your house and you don't have a fence, kanshala yebilkin, right? Your house is my house, lucky. Gazahunate gazan hilaki. No, kanshala yeblin. I don't have a fence. Nate in hilkini. You think coffee lamo you think I'm gonna say okay? You believe that?
That's up
You're
to
gonna
you.
take my car?
I'm saying it's fake referendum. You want me to accept fake referendum and to stay shut up?
If it's fake referendum, then why did TPLF, why did Abiy Ahmed sign
Abiy Ahmed
Algiers
didn't sign.
agreement?
TPLF signed. TPLF did. No doubt. I have no doubt about it.
No, hands up.
But it
TPLF,
doesn't mean I will forever accept it.
when TPLF was in leadership, when TPLF Amerhinat Kolo.
TPLF is a sellout.
Okay, hold on.
Ethiopia when it comes
Okay,
to us.
Tsubo. Wala TPLF gahibal, I don't care. Tsubo. Gin. TPLF, Tati EPRDF inero. EPRDF meninero. Oromo, Amara.
Speak to her in English, Captain.
Kullahum, everybody, TPLF, don't just say TPLF. EPRDF, nahulu khababi, every Ethiopian. Agreement neru. Hey, TPLF, you guys blame TPLF trah. All Ethiopia, EPRDF.
And ONEG sign. TPLF and ONEG sign for the referendum.
Then why did Abiy Ahmed sign the Algiers agreement? Why?
Algiers agreement. Listen, even the Algiers. If you mention the Algiers agreement, now you guys break the Algiers agreement.
We broke the.
Yes,
we broke
because
the
you're in Ethiopia. You break it. You enter in Ethiopia. You are inside Ethiopia.
Why did we enter Ethiopia?
Because of the war.
What
We're
war?
allowed to.
What war created by who?
Liliana,
First,
we are also
I'm gonna land my plane. Hands up, I know you and your feelings. Hands up.
You guys said
We entered. Leilani, hands up. You said we entered the war. But Leilani, you said we entered the war. We entered Nab Ethiopia Atinalki. Impossible. Another country cannot invade another country. By the United Nations, we cannot invade Ethiopia. You cannot. Brehegi, you cannot unless you're invited. You gotta educate yourself. Impossible.
What did I say? Did I say it?
We can't. America can't go into Canada. America. Abiy Ahmed.
Abiy Ahmed, no. You see, that's the difference. The Shabia supporters don't believe that. They believe TPLF use rocket. That's why they enter in. That's what they said. I can show you.
No. Wala rocket. Wala
Your
TPLF.
second person, I can show you what he said, what he wrote. The reason he said here.
Even if TPLF shoots rockets to Eritrea, Ethiopia has to invite.
Eritrea supporters. But
listen,
a
military.
drone or a missile.
Isaiah supporter, you are.
But the truth is, Isaiah supporter ብቻ ሳይሆኑ ተወርውሯል። ከኢትዮጵያ ሚሳይል ይሁን ድሮን ይሁን ወደ ኤርትራ ተልኳል።
You believe that. You see the difference?
No, we don't believe that. We know that. We know that because it landed right by the airport.
Militarily, another country. Militarily. No, Leilani. Militarily, another country cannot enter another country because a city, Khalil, attacked a country. Washington, California cannot attack Canada.
It don't matter to me at this point. I just want that Eritrea to get out of Ethiopia. I don't know what you're saying.
We saying Ethiopia, get out of our politics. Ethiopia, leave our Red Sea alone. You telling me, leave us alone to Lillahi?
My dude. Listen, my dude.
It has nothing to do with
if you want to be in my politics,
why are you arguing
if
now?
you want to be in my politics, pretending to be Amara, pretending to be Tigrawai, pretending to be Oromo, and you think I'm just gonna watch you guys do whatever heck you want? You must be out of your mind.
We're not pretending to be nothing but Eritrean.
Yes, I can show you list after list. You saying even in the normal time, let me tell you something. Even in the normal
Captain, hold the door. Hold on.
Captain,
Hold it.
Allah, hold on. ዝበለጸት ዓሻ እንዳበልና ያና ዓሻት ኮን ሃንሳምዶ ሁላት ካብ ዘለኻ ታፕታፕ ግበር እቲ ግጥም አሞንጎ ካፕቴን and Captain Eritrea Captain ምስ ልዕልና ቆሎ እንዳበልዐት ትካትዕላ ንካፕቴን ድፍረት ይዝኮ ክትገብር አይነበራን she don't have to do that ልዕልና anyway ትኽትዕ ጽቡቕ ይደሎ ስጋብ ሕጂ ታፕታፕ ግን ወሕዳሎ ኣብዚ ገዛዚ ብዘይ ዘረባ ንገርዮም ካለልና ንገራቸው ለልና ታፕታፕ በላቸው እሺ ኩላት ካብ ዚኣ ዘለኻ ታፕታፕ ግበር ሳብ 50 ሻዓብ ጽዕዋ ስለዚህ
ሰማችሁን በአማርኛው ወይ በእንግሊዘኛው
በቃ ደሃን ኦኬ ችግር የለም በሁሉም ፍትና ስለዚህ ሁላትኩም ታፕታፕ ግበሩ ትጸወታ ጽቡቕ ይድኸይደሎ ስጋብ ሕጂ ካፕቴን 3 በዓደ መሪሕሎ አሞንጎ ላላ ኻአቱ የትብላላ I don't know ላላውን ተባዕታያ ኤርትራዊ ሕማቅ ኤርትራዊ ይብልናን ናባኽ ላላ what are you going to say let's go ላላ ብዙሕ ታዊ ቃላ
Thank you so much. Finally. እና በአማርኛ አረጋለሁ እኔ በስመ አብ ወወልድ በመንፈስ ቅዱስ አሐዱ አምላክ አሜን። ላላ ስነ ስርዓት ገርክ ተዛረበ በሉኒ ስነ ስርዓት አትሕዙኒ በስነ ስርዓት አወራለሁ እንዳትኮልፊኝ አልደፍርሽም እንዳትደፍሪኝ በስነ ስርዓት ግን አወራለሁ ኦኬ this is not about politics ምን ቬነስ ቅድም ምን አልሽ መሰለሽ she was asking you questions and you said ኢትዮጵያ እንደዚህ እኛ እንደዚህ የሚባል የለም ምን አለ መሰለሽ ሊሊያናዬ መጀመሪያ ነገር ቦሌን ማለት ነው ከካሳንቺስ ጋር ማገጣጠም አቅቶታል መንግስቱ so first of all ማለት ነው ኢትዮጵያ has to be and ኢትዮጵያ ውስጥ 11 የተለያየ ባንዲራ ያለ you're not going to come here and tell me oh Eritrea is the problem so here is the thing the problem is your government is getting walked in the usha walk እየተደረገ ነው I can understand but here is the thing አንቺ ሁሉ ጊዜ you come and you go ኤርትራኖች እንደዚህ ማነው ስሙ ምን አለ መሰላችሁ his name is ይልኻል ጌትነት is የኢትዮጵያ ኢንጂነር ማለት ነው I'm pretty sure እዚህ ያላችሁ ሁላችሁ እንታውታላችሁ ቅድም ምን ስትይ ነበረ ኤርትራ እንደዚህ እኛ እኮ እንፈልጋለን ከኢትዮጵያ ያለው ነገር እኮ ምንም ነገር የለም ምን አለ መሰለሽ ይልኻል ጌትነት ኤርትራ ከኢትዮጵያ ጋር ጦርነት ለመጀመር ምንም ምክንያት የላትም here is the problem is ኢትዮጵያ ማለት ነው ከኤርትራ የምትፈልገው ነገር አለ እንጂ ኤርትራ ከኢትዮጵያ የምትፈልገው ነገር አለ ምንም ነገር አላለችም you get it right other than refugee Eritrean refugees ዛገር ሲቀመጡ you're getting money therefore እንድትሳቀያቸው እንደዚህ እየተቀደዱ ማለት ነው እኔ I don't expect you to worry about ስለ ኤርትራ ህዝብ ማለት ነው ለምብትኝ እኔ ቆንጆ ስለ ህዝብሽ ሳታስቢ ማለት ነው ስለ ህዝቤ እንድታስቢ አልጠብቀው I don't when you come over here and ያማራን ህዝብ አቋሸሽ when you say ያሁኑ government right ነው ስትይ ስለ ህዝብሽ ካላሰብሽ I will never expect you to care about ኤርትራ ህዝብ the problem is እናንተ አሰብን ፈለጋችሁ አሰብ እኛ ኢትዮጵያ never accept አናረጋው ማለት አይደለ ወንድ የሆነ ፍሬ ያለው ይምጣና ደግሞ ያርገው the problem is ፍሬው ይሄንን አያክልም ገብሻላችሁ አለቀ okay so maybe in the next generation መሞከር ትችላላችሁ የኔ ልጆች አርገው የነ ካፕቴን የነ ሚኪ ልጆች ሲያርጉ ደግሞ ማለት ነው የኔን double 5 times ነው የሚሆኑት it's not about አሰብ it's about የአባቶቻችን ንብረት ገባሽ አይደለ so there እናንተም ታስቡት እኛ አሰብ የኛ በቃ we're going to use it በቃ እንዴ ለቀደም ቬነስ ምናልሽ መጠቀም ራሱ እኮ ብትፈልጉ በስነ ስርዓት ነው አይደል እንዴ አንቺ አሁን የሆነ ወንድ ልጅ መጥቶ ማለት ነው ሊሊያና እቃሽ አሪፍ ነው ግን የሆነሽ ቆሻሻ ነሽ አንቺ ከቆሻሻ ቤተሰብ ነው የመጣሽው ግን ስቲል አግብቼ አንቺን ግን እቤቴ ነይ ሳምንት አርጊ ብለሽ ቤትሽ ውስጥ ሁሉ ጊዜ እያጸዳው ቤቱን ቆንጆ እያረኩልሽ ግን ባልሽን ግን በውስጥ እያረኩ ከሆነ አትፈልጊኝም like እናንተም አሰብን ስትፈልጉ በስነ ስርዓት ነው እንጂ ህዝቡን እየደፈራችሁ ህዝባችንን እያፍራት አይደለም ገባሽ አይደለ በክብር hold on በክብር ነው የሚደረገው ገባሽ አይደለ ማንም ከማንም ማያንስም don't ever think የማንም መንግስት ቢመጣ ማለት ነው ተደምሮ ይመጣል እንጂ ይኸውልሽ የኤርትራዊ አባቶቻችን ሐውልት አለ 6 ኪሎ ብትሄጂ ያያቴ ሐውልት አለልሽ እሺ therefore ማለት ነው እኛ ከማንም አንሰን አይደለም ይሄ ማቋሸሽ መንግስታችሁ መጥቶ እዚህ ጋር ምን ይላል እኛ እኮ ማለት ነው በአመት እኮ ማለት ነው 3 ኤርትራ ምናፈራ ሰዎች እኮ ነን አይደለም እንዴ guess what የእናንተ ጋቨርመንት እናቶቻቸው መጀመሪያ ማለት ነው ፔሬዳቸውን ሲያቆሙ ማንበብ የጀመሩ ሰዎች ናቸው so ይሄ የራሳችሁ መጨረሻ አለባችሁ መጀመሪያ ኢትዮጵያ ውስጥ ማለት ነው so don't ever say ኤርትራ አትበይ አንቺ it's not about ኤርትራ ጋቨርመንታችሁ ቦሌን በበረኪና አጥሞ ማለት ነው ህዝቡን ደግሞ ማለት ነው ቦሌ አራብሳ ብትሄጂ ደግሞ ህዝቡን በረኪና እያጠጣው ነው so fight ለህዝብሽ መጀመሪያ don't come saying ኤርትራ እንደዚህ ኤርትራ ማለት ነው ይችን ታሪክ ይችን የምታክል ጨርቅ ከኢትዮጵያ የጠየቃችሁ ነገር ምንም የለም እሱን ደግሞ በደንብ አርጎ ማናስረዳው መሰለሽ ይልካል hold on ኢንጂነር ይልካል ጌትነት ማን መሆኑን ሂና ዩቲዩብ ላይ እዩ ምን አለ መሰለሽ ኤርትራ ምንም ምክንያት የላትም ከኢትዮጵያ ጋር ጦርነት የምትፈልግበት ምክንያት because hold on ምንም ነገር አስጨርስኝ ምንም ነገር እፈልጋለሁ ያለችው ነገር የለም ገባሽ አይደለ therefore ማለት ነው ወንድ የሆነ ደግሞ ማለት ነው በአባቶቻችሁ አልተደረገም በአሁኑም አይደረግም በሚመጣውም አይደረግም
ለልና መጠየቅ የምፈልገው ማለት ነው ማለት ኢትዮጵያ ከኤርትራ የምትፈልገው ነገር አለ ኤርትራ ደግሞ ኢትዮጵያ የምትፈልገው ነገር አለ ኤርትራ ደግሞ ከኢትዮጵያ የምትፈልገው ነገር አለ ብለሻልና ኤርትራ እስካሁን ድረስ ይሄንን ነገር ፈልጋለሁ አላለችም ኦኬ እና ካልፈለገች እስካሁን ጥያቄ አላቀረበችም እኔ ኢትዮጵያዊ ነኝ እንደ አንድ ኢትዮጵያዊ ነው የምነግርሽ ማለት ነው ካልፈለገች በምን መንገድ ነው ከኤርትራ አሰብን መቀበል የምትፈልጊው በጉልበት ነው የመጨረሻው ውሳኔሽ እሱ ነው የሚሆነው ለምሳሌ አሁን አንቺ በራስሽ ምሳሌ ልስጥሽና አንቺ 1-2 ልጅ ነው የወለድሽውና ጎረቤቶችሽ ደግሞ 9 ልጆች ወልደዋል እና ካንቺ ቤት የሚፈልጉት ነገር አለ ስለዚህ አንቺ 2 ስለሆንሽ 9 የወለደችዋ በብዛት ስለበለጠችሽ መታ በጉልበት ተወስዷለሽ ማለት ነው ከቤትሽ ሲቀጥል ደግሞ አሰብ የ30 ዓመት ታሪክ ነው ያላት ኢትዮጵያ ኦኬ የምናውቀው ማለት ነው አሰብ አቀማመጣም ሀቁም የኤርትራ እንደሆነ እናውቃለን እና እንዴት ነው ልትወስጂ የምትፈልጊው የሰው ሀቅ ማለት ነው አሁን አንቺ አንድ ሰው መጥቶ አባይን ወስድብሻለሁ ብሎ ቢልሽ እሺ ትይዋለሽ ይሄንን ነገር ብታብራሪልኝ ደስ ይለኛል ሲቀጥል ደግሞ ማለት ነው ስትናገሪ በጣም ኢትዮጵያን ወክለሽ ሙሉ ኢትዮጵያን ወክለሽ ነው የምታወሪውኛ እኛ ደግሞ አሰብ የኛ አይደለም ጉዳያችንም አይደለም የአሰብ ጉዳይ ብለናል ብንጠቀም እንኳን ገስተን በጉልበታችን ሰርተን ገስተን ወይ ደግሞ ተከራይተን ነው የምንጠቀመው ብለናል እና አንቺ እንዴት ነው ሁሉንም ኢትዮጵያ ወክለሽ የምትናገሪው ይሄንን ነገር ብታስረጂኝ ደስ ይለኛል ለምን ሁላችንም ኢትዮጵያን አትወኪ ገብተሻል አትወኪ
አልወክልም ሁሉን ኢትዮጵያ ይወክላለሁ ብዬ አላምንም በአማራ ስም ግን
አማራ አይደለም ስለ ኢትዮጵያ ኢንትረስት ነው አንቺ አማራ አይደለም አማራ አትበይ
አንቺ አማራ ነኝ ብለሽ እኔን አማራነት ልትነቂ አትሞክሪው እሱ ኦኬ እኔ አማራ
ነኝ ያልሆንሽውን ነኝ ብትይ ኦኬ ጉንጭ ማልፋት ነው የሚሆነው ኦኬ አሁን እኔ ካንቺ ጋር ልዘላለፍ
አማራ ነኝ ብለሽ
የጠየኩሽን ጥያቄ አሁን የማንነት ጥያቄ አይደለም እኔ የጠየኩሽንማ የማንነት ጥያቄ አይደለም የጠየኩሽን መልስ እንድትሰጪኝ ነው
እሺ አንደኛ አሰብ በአሰብ ምክንያት ብዬ ጦርነት ውስጥ እንደ የኢትዮጵያ መንግስትን በአሰብ ብቻ ብሎ እንዲገባ ያለ ጦርነትን ግን ኢሳያስ አፍወርቂ ኢትዮጵያ ላይ ፑሽ አረጋለሁ ከሱዳን ጋር ተባብሬ ከቲፒኤልኤፍ ጋር ተባብሬ ከኔዎቹ ጋር የአንቁላል ቀቃይ ልጆች ጋር ተባብሬ እመጣለሁ ካለ በጦርነቱ ኢትዮጵያ ውስጥ አያቆምም ፈለግሽውን ትናገሪያለሽ ትናገራለሽ እያወራሽ ካልሆነ የምታቋርጥ ከሆነ መከራ ነው
አይደለም እያጸዳሽልኝ ብትሄድ ቀቃዮቹ ማናቸው
እንቁላል ቀቃዮቹ ማናቸው እየነገርሽን ነው የምትላለችው
ማለት ለእኔ የኢትዮጵያን ኢንትረስት አሳልፈው ለሻቢያና ለቲፒኤልኤፍ ለኢጅፕት ለመሸጥ የተዘጋጁ እነሱን ነው ማወራው ከእነሱ ጋር ሰራለሁ ካልሽኝ እንቁላል ቀቃይ ነው የምልሽ That's what I'm talking about. that's my Mickey.
No, እንደዛ አይደለም ሚኪ እንቅላይ
አንዴ ቆይ አንቺ ጋር ለምንድን ነው የምረብሽው?
እሱ አይደለም እንቁላል
የሆነ እኮ አሪፍ ጥያቄን የጠየቅሽው እና እሱን እንዴት እንደምትመልሰው ደግሞ እኛ እንስማ። በማከል የምትገቡ ከሆነ ታዲያ ምንድን ነው ታዲያ ውይይቱ?
Mickey, ካይኸደት ኮላ ሐንሳብ ሌላኒ 1 second just for Mickey ካይኸደት ኮላ I don't speak Amharic but ሓንቲ ነገር ክፍለጥ ዘለዎ Egypt ንኢትዮጵያ destroy ክትገብራ ምስ ሱዳን ኮይና ትመኻኸር ነራ ቀደም ስለምታይ እቲ ብሉ ናይል ኣፅኦምኦም በቲ ማይምሽ ካያቶም ንኢጅፕት ንኢትዮጵያ ሕጂ ኢጅፕት ስለምታይ ልኽበጥበጥ ትብዘላ እንድሕር ነቲ ብሉ ናይል ከፊትኩምኦ ነቲ ሬኔሳንስ ዳም ገርዳም ኣብ ኢትዮጵያ ዝተሰርሐ ንሕና ክንድግፎኩም ኢና ቀይሕ ባህሪ ክትረኽቡ እዮም ዝብሉ ዘለዉ እዚ ክተርጉሞ ንኽኢልካ ቦያ እቲ ልኽበጥ ዘላ ኢጅፕት እምበር ካልኣይ ፖይንት ከዓ እንድሕር ትውስኸላ ክኢልካ ብሕጊ ዓለም ኤርትራዋን ወታደር ናብ ኢትዮጵያ ከኣቲ ይኽእል እዩ ብሕጊ ናይ ዓለም ሕጊ impossible ኣይኸውን እዩ ስለምንታይ ክነግረካ ኣይኸውን እዩ ዋይ ክነግረካ ክቃለሱ ከለዉ እንድሕር ኣትዮም ብደይ ሕጊ is a war ይዝበሃል ኣብይ ኣሕመድ ስሩሑ ባዕሉ ክስዕር ስለዘይኽእል እትዮማ ድሕሪኡ ደቂ ዓዱ ምስ ቀተለ ክንዲ ሓላፍነት ዝወስድ ናባና ብላይም ገብር ኣለዉ እዚኣ ብኣምሓርክ ንተርጉማ ክኢልካ የቐነለይ thank you
but you can't say that would they push it to Eritrea because you know what you also can
Okay, ለጠየቀችኝ ጥያቄ ነው መመለሰው
ተርጉሙላት ሚኪ ካፕቴን ያለው
ያ ከተርጉመላ አይደል ጽገም ለሳ ተወደሙ ናታ ሕቶ ከይተብላ የሷን ጥያቄ መልሽላት
ኦኬ የሷን ጥያቄ ነው እዋጋለው ብለሽ ካልሽ ሱሪሽ ታጠቃሽ ተዋጊ ነው ምልሽ ምክንያቱም እንደኔ አይነቱ ኢትዮጵያዊ እንደኔ አይነቱ አማራን ማለፍ ከቻልሽ ያንን ማሳካት ትችያለሽ ማለት ነው የራስሽን ኢንትረስት አሳልፈሽ ምትሰጪ ከሆነ ሱሪ ታጥቀሽ ከፍ አርገሽ ተዋጊ ባይ ነኝ ቀጥይበት ነው ምልሽ የራሱን ኢንትረስት አሳልፎ የሚሸጥ በአለም ላይ ሊኖር አይችልም ኢንትረስትሽ ምንድነው ብለሽ መጠየቅ ነው ያለብሽ እነሱ የራሳቸውን ኢንትረስት ነው የሚፈልጉት መዋጋት ፈልጋለሁ ካልሽ መዋጋት መብትሽ ነው አብይ ለኔ የኢትዮጵያን ኢንትረስት እየጠበቀ ያለ ነው አብይ ኃይለ ስላሴ የጀመሩትን ፕሮጀክቶች በጠቅላላ እየጨረሰ ያለ ነው ለኔ እናንተ አብይ ስትሉ ኢትዮጵያ ያላችሁ ነው ፓወር ስለ ኢትዮጵያ ፓወር ነው የምታወሩት በጠቅላላ ማለት ነው አባይን ገደበ የኦይል ሶማሌ ላይ አወጣ everything ኃይለ ስላሴ የጀመረው ነገር የጨረሰ ሰው ነው ይሄ ሰውዬ የኢትዮጵያን ኢንትረስት እያስጠበቀ አይደለም ብሎ ሊያሳምነኝ የሚችል የለም ከሻቢያ ጋር ቆሜ ዋጋዋለሁ አብይን ካልሽኝ ደግሞ እንደኔ አይነቱም ኢትዮጵያዊ እንደኔ አይነቱ አማራ አለ ወንድን የራሱን ኢንትረስት አሳልፎ የሚሰጥ ደግሞ አማራ የለም ያለውን ሪያሊቲ ማንኛቸው አብረዋችሁ ሊቆሙ እንደሚችሉ እናያለን መጨረሻው ላይ እናያለን ብዬ ነው ማምነው when it come to reality the last bell ሲጮ የራሱን ሀገር ኢንትረስት አሳልፎ የሚሰጥ የለም one thing ማመን ያለብሽ እሱን ነው ከነሱ ጋር ዋጋለው ከነሱ ጋር ቆማለው አብይ ነው ጠላቴ ካልሽኝ ደግሞ አብይን ሻቢያ አይነካውም I guarantee you ማንም አይነካውም እንዳንቺ አንቺን ብትሆኚ ማለት ነው አንቺ ኢትዮጵያዊ ኮንሽ ማለት ነው I doubt you are ኢትዮጵያዊ ኮንሽ አትነኪው day and night አብይ የሚባለው ፖለቲካ ከየት እንደመጣ በደም ጠንቅቄ ያውቀዋለሁ አብይ የሚለው ማስክ ነው ኢትዮጵያን ሆልድ ለማስደረግ ነው ብዬ ነው ማምነው አንቺ የፈለግሽው ነገር ማድረግ ትችያለሽ እኔ ኢትዮጵያዊ ነኝ እኔ አማራ ነኝ ያንን ነገር ተጋሽተውብኝ ያቁም የአገሬን ኢንትረስት አሳልፌ ለማንም አልሰጥም አብይ ደግሞ እየሰራ ያለው ለኢትዮጵያ ኢንትረስት ነው ይነግራችኋል እኮ ትላልቅ ኢትዮጵያ ውስጥ ያሉ ፕሮጀክቶችን በአጠቃላይ ብታዋቸው በማን ነው የተጀመሩት ማን ነው ይሄን ነገር እንትን ያረጋላቸው ብላችሁ ከአባይ ጀምሮ ከጋዝ እንትኑ ጀምሮ የሲሚንቶ ፋብሪካው ጀምሮ በጠቅላላ የታቀዳቸው ትላልቅ ፕሮጀክቶች በጠቅላላ በማን እንደተጀመረ ጠንቅቄ ያውቀዋለሁ ሰውየው እየሰራ ያለው ስለ ኢትዮጵያ ነው ብዬ ነው ማምነው እሱን ስትነኩ እንደኔ አይነቱን ኢትዮጵያዊ ነካችሁ ማለት ነው that is it simple as that አንቺኛዋ ደግሞ ከነሱ ጋር ኢትዮጵያዊ ነኝ ብለሽ በኢትዮጵያዊ ስም የምታቦኪው ደግሞ ይቅናሽ ነው የምልሽ። ወንድ ነሽ። እኔን ማለፍ እንደኔ አይነቱን ወንድ የሆነ የአማራ ሚሊሻን ማለፍ ከቻልሽ አደንቅሻለሁ። ወንድ የሆነ መከላከያ ውስጥ ያለ አማራ ልጅን ማለፍ ከቻልሽ አደንቅሻለሁ።
ኮሜንቱን ከተው እንሳቅ፣ ቢያንስ በኮሜንት እንኳን እንሳቅ።
ዛፍ ነው የተተከለው እኮ ዛፍ እየተከለ ዛፍሉ ሲበቅልባቸው እንደ እብድ የሚሽከረከሩት በዛ ነው። ፖለቲካሊ እንደ ቂጣ ጠፍጥፎ የጋገረ ሰው ነው። እኔ አብይን በጣም ነው ማደንቀው። በዚህ ሰዓት ላይ ብትለኝ ደግሞ አሁን ያለውን ሆርን ኦፍ አፍሪካ
እንደ ቂጣ
ምንድን ነው እንደ ህፃን ልጅ 10 ጊዜ መነገር? ታችንም እየተወያየን ነው። አንደኛ ነገር። ሁለተኛ ይኸውላችሁ እዚህ ቤት ስትመጡ ጨዋታና እርገጣ ይለያያል፣ ፖለቲካ ይለያያል። ቁም ነገር ከሆነ ቁም ነገር ነው። በር የሌለው ቤት እያስመሰላችሁ የምትገቡ ሰዎች ተጠንቀቁ። ሀሳብ ካለ ችሎታ ካለ እዚህ ጋር መተት ትሟገታለህ፣ አለቀ። ከሌለ ደግሞ በቃ ታች ሆነ ታፕታባል ታፕታፕ እንኳን ካፒቴን ቅድም ያለሽ
እሺ ቀጥል
thank you Mickey Howard. Yeah, Korupte, I understand a little bit of what you're saying. May I respectfully ask you, are you Amara or Oromo, so I can understand?
Amara.
You're Amara. Abiy Ahmed is not looked at favorably by our Amara brothers.
No, not by all. They
By
are
some,
mixed
right?
who support him. They pick people who doesn't support him. Mixed.
By some, Mish.
Some
Yeah,
some
that's
do,
what-
some don't.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. So I think if Ethiopia enters Eritrea for Assab, I think that will be the.
This is the thing, Captain. We have no interest right now. What you all don't understand is you all think we're gonna enter Assab just to start a war. No, that's not what's happening. We literally telling your government to get the hell out of Ethiopia. That is all we want. When it comes listen, from my perspective, from what I understand from my government, we are not interested in to go to war with you because of Assab. We have a question. That is our the reason if war is gonna happen, only is gonna happen because your government is not willing to get out of Ethiopia.
I understand, sister. I have a question for you. So I agree with you. We shouldn't be in Ethiopia if we are in Ethiopia. Why are we in Ethiopia?
Dude, you should ask them. I mean, why are you asking me?
Where in Ethiopia or Eritrea?
I mean, from Tigray General today, was it today or yesterday? He said there are 12 qabalis that 12 qabalis in Tigray that it's like in the main city, even your military control. That's what the Tigray General said. The TPLF General said yesterday in main TV in Ethiopia.
Okay, so here's something, right? Me personally, I cannot control what the Eritrean government does. Just like you, I just have an opinion, even though I'm not a fan of them. Eritrea has national interests, just like Ethiopia has national interests. If we see a political move or display of warmongering or inadequate reaction to what we deem as a threat, I assume the Eritrean government is going to take a countermeasure, correct? Therefore, if working with Tagaru is going to safeguard Eritrea, then obviously, the Eritrean government will take that move. Now, if for some reason Ethiopia was ever to be interested in Assab and does not handle it in a political manner, diplomacy required, then know this: Ethiopia will be completely destabilized. Ask me why. One, the Ethiopian people already don't get along. And I'm not talking about ethnicity or religion. I'm just talking about the destabilization of Ethiopia and what's happening between Oromo, Amara, Tagaru, and everybody else, right? They already have internal issues. So there will be Ethiopians.
That's an internal issue too, right?
Oh, we got plenty. Oh yeah. But no, I'm not judging. Yeah, it's just
Okay.
normal. Right. But what I'm saying is Ethiopia will be betrayed by Ethiopians within Ethiopia during conflict. I promise you.
So you are intimidating us,
Wait,
yeah? So
Tommy,
you are
no,
intimidating us, no?
Tommy, just give me
Now
a
let
second.
me
No.
finish. No, I don't. I have nothing against Ethiopia. I'm just saying
Okay.
if
No, I
Ethiopia,
understand what you're saying, but what
yeah,
you're saying is just because we have. Listen, my belief is if your regime, your government doesn't exist in Eritrea right now, Ethiopia's problem will be gone by half. My belief. It's because
guy that doesn't support the Eritrean. As an Eritrean, I don't
that's
support
what
the
I
Eritrean.
mean.
But what I'm telling you is, as an Eritrean, I love my country. I love my people. We shouldn't meddle in anybody else's business. But you have to understand, Leilana, if Ethiopia is part of the IMF, Ethiopia is controlled by Israel. So we will never find peace as Eritreans. Even if we remove Assad, we will never have peace. You know why?
Why are you in American military? You're in American
So
military.
I have
Now
been
let
different
me
opinions.
finish. You
Can I
guys got to
say?
let me finish.
Can I?
The same way you
You're in
see,
American military, right? If I'm not mistaken.
I'm retired, but look, the same way you see, but I'm not an Israeli soldier. I'm an American soldier with my own thoughts. I can quit. I can enter. Hansab, I can enter. I went in myself. I got out myself. I have that option. I'm not conscripted.
America support Israel. That's what I'm saying.
Not all Americans, but either way, I'm not talking about religion because that's a religious matter to me. But let me tell you something. The same way Ethiopians see Eritrea as a threat is the same way we see Ethiopia as a threat. Ethiopia, one thing you guys cannot deny is all Ethiopian politicians during election, we will bring Assab. You are threatening my country. Your Ethiopia is threatening my country every year during election. Every propaganda, every news station that speaks Amharic is always talking about how they're going to take the Red Sea. And we as Eritreans are saying, listen, you're not our enemies. You're our brothers. No problem. Neighbors. Eritrea is not yours. Assab is not yours. Leave us alone and we will leave you alone.
And
Now,
Ethiopia is
politically,
not yours. Why don't you add? Ethiopia is not yours.
Ethiopia, we don't want Ethiopia. We don't need
You are
Ethiopia.
guys in Ethiopia.
No, I have a
they're
different
not
opinion
every-
here. I have
Because
different opinion.
politically, we have to
Really,
safeguard. Listen, politically, if Eritrean troops, and I don't agree with the Eritrean government, I'm just telling you as an Eritrean, you outnumber us. We are only 6 million people. You outnumber us by a lot. But militarily, we're war tested. We have the capability to defend ourselves.
My
We're not.
brother, do you know that, like, how much Amara by economies they suffer? Like the past 30
Of
years
course.
on purpose.
I've been
Do
a
you
voice.
know one of the reasons is because of we are landlocked country?
You're landlocked
You know?
because. So what does that got to do with Ethiopia? I mean,
Listen, we don't.
what
listen, we don't
I
want
the
have
fact
different
the
opinion
fact
here. I
that
have
you're
different
the
opinion.
fact
Wait.
that you're landlocked, what does that have to do with? That's not our business. You're landlocked. That's your
That is not
business.
you.
Let me
If
say
you
my point,
that-
please.
Hold on, Andy, Tom, even that. Listen, my dude. The reason we get landlocked because of some shady shit, the shady agreement they signed. That
Who signed? Who signed?
Government. TPLF signed. I will give you.
EPRDF Bali. EPRDF Bali. TPLF Nubaini Nabaran.
Listen, Mella Zenawi signed that paper, right?
Listen, Mela Zenawi was TPLF was 25% vote system. EPRDF.
He signed that
Amara was part of EPRDF. Oromo was
My
part of
dude,
EPRDF.
I don't give a
TPLF.
shit. I don't give a shit. It was transitional government. Ethiopian people did not elected. You cannot make me accept something.
Ethiopian people did not elect the EPRDF. Come on, give me a break.
Did not. Listen, I can tell you, your referendum happened in 1993. When did the first election happen? 1994.
So what you're telling me is because the Ethiopian people don't believe that EPRDF was a leader or TPLF was a leader.
Government.
That's fine. You're telling me you're landlocked because the Ethiopian government was selected by the. That's not our business. Not our business.
Whatever agreement he signed with, like the agreement he did with the Shabia, with the, even, come on, that time the president, American president say, how the hell you are willing to landlock Ethiopia? We can actually make sure Ethiopia get landlocked. And Meles said, no. Without people doesn't even know Meles Zenawi in Ethiopia.
Meles Gudina, Meles Gudina Honin, Abiy Ahmed Gudina Honin. That's your politics. You chose that.
That's
No,
you.
no. Leila, she's trying to captain.
Okay.
She's trying to twist the things like
Yeah, it doesn't make sense, Venus.
whoever in the power at that time in Ethiopia.
Let me say one point here.
Venus, but the problem, Venus, is she's gaslighting because she's saying they're landlocked because of an agreement. Because of an agreement that the leaders made then, but what she's also not covering the fact that EPRDF was comprised of Oromo, Amara, and Tagaru. But get this, Abiy Ahmed, Hansab, Abiy Ahmed, let me finish. Abiy Ahmed was also part of, under the TPLF back then. He was an intelligence officer. Abiy Ahmed was shooting. We fought against the Dergi, bro. We fought against the Derg.
It was at the time of struggle. Wait, please.
Tamrid, you're telling me I shouldn't be free. That's what you're telling me. I don't have the right to be free.
Wait. I have different opinion. I believe that the question, the Ethiopian question, or as far as I'm concerned, the government is saying boldly it claims Assab. So I have to be honest here. The argument is not demographic argument. The reason is not because we are 130 million people. If it were the case, then we could have claimed against Djibouti because they are less than 1 million people or something like that.
Assab belonged to Eritrea since 1890, bro. What are you talking about?
Wait. EPRDF recognized Eritrea as a state not at the time when it became a government, rather at the time of the struggle, at the time of the guerrilla fighting. And
That will not be Eritrean problem. Tamara, that's not going to be Eritrean problem. Okay, we're not going to be waiting.
Between Ethiopia and Eritrea was it was the result of the agreement with Italy between 1900 to 1908, and this agreement, which was concluded with Italy, was violated by Italy by itself at the time when it invaded us in 1935. So it is clear violations of the treaty signed between 1900 to 1908.
Does the world recognize Ethiopia as a country?
That when? So are you contesting now Ethiopian state?
No, that's not what I'm contesting. I'm just asking you a question. Does the world recognize Ethiopia as a country?
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay, with its flag and sovereignty, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Does the world recognize Eritrea as a country with its flag and sovereignty?
Yeah, it recognizes Eritrean sovereignty, but that this doesn't mean that.
I'm asking you a question. Is Eritrea
Ethiopian maritime right is
I'm asking you a question, Tamrid. Listen.
Say yes as the
yes
same
no?
you say
yes,
for Ethiopia. Say yes.
Yes. Listen to my question. Does the world recognize Eritrea as a country or as a city or a state?
Eritrea was recognized by United Nations. Well, what is the world? What are you talking about? The world?
As a what?
United Nations organization. It is an organization. It is non-governmental organization.
Listen, Eritrea is recognized as a country, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Now let me finish.
That is the reason. That is the reason.
There's nothing. Listen, Tamrid. There's nothing any Ethiopian can spew, can propagate to change the fact that Eritrea is a country. It has its own sovereignty. It has its own flag. It has its own monetary system.
You can believe in that way. So if that is a solution, if you try to avoid Ethiopian legitimate claim, and
what
if
is your
you
claim?
want to use this as a propaganda,
what
then
is your claim?
you can believe what the claim is. In the first place, you are trying to deny the Ethiopian historical title and historical right which Ethiopia has over Red Sea and over ports.
Excellent. Excellent.
So you are
That's a
you
good.
are arguing that Ethiopia
No,
is
no,
a-
no, no, no. Tamrid, that's
Ethiopia
a
has
good
nothing
claim.
to do with Red Sea.
Listen,
So
listen, brother, that's an excellent claim. My question to you is, if Ethiopians truly believe that the Red Sea also belongs to them, cool. That's your right? No problem.
yes,
I'm
yeah,
reasonable. Hear me out. That's your
yeah.
right. I'm reasonable because you don't want to be landlocked. Then why would your government, your leader, your prime minister be seeking access to ports with different countries such as Somaliland and willing
Because
to make
Ethiopia have a right.
That
no,
is
no,
the
that's not what
direct-
I'm asking. That's not what I'm
What
asking
I-
you. I'm asking you if you
Yeah.
believe
Okay.
if something is yours, why
Yeah.
would you search elsewhere for access?
Because
Because
you
don't
want
expect
port-
Ethiopia to
port-
have just
port
one port.
diversification
Ethiopia's gonna have
policy.
2, 3.
That's not
wait,
you're not
wait,
understanding.
wait,
You're not
wait,
understanding.
wait,
Listen.
you need
Let's
to-
get out of
to-
feelings, Juat. Let's talk normal. You're not
Port
understanding my
diversification-
questions. If it's
port
my car,
diversification policy.
Tamrit, if it's my car and I have the keys to my car, right? I'm not gonna go look for another car to drive.
We
I'm
need
gonna
different
drive.
ports.
No,
Captain, we need
it doesn't
different
make
ports.
sense,
That is the
Tamrit.
reason
You're
why-
telling
that is
me,
the reason-
you're telling
Yeah.
me the Red Sea belongs, access belongs to Ethiopia, but your
We
prime
need more
minister,
ports.
your prime minister is seeking deals with other countries because he
Yes.
has no access to his own property.
No.
No,
That
you
is
can't,
not
bro.
the
You gotta
reason.
let me
That's
finish.
not the reason.
You gotta let me
We
finish.
we
You
need
have to let me
diversity.
finish. Your prime minister is looking for access to something that he believes belongs to him, but since
Yeah.
he doesn't have access, he's going elsewhere. So that
No.
that is an indication of the Red Sea does not belong to Ethiopia.
Why
That
did
is the
Ethiopia went to
port
Somalia?
diversification policy. We have port diversification policy. We need different ports. Through
Show me in writing
Kenya,
by the
through
United
Oh,
Nations.
really,
Somaliland,
Tamras?
through
Are
everywhere.
you
Yeah, we need-
are you taking? No. If
We
you
need different
own it,
parts.
if you have,
Let me
if you
ask
have,
Ownership.
if you own it, the Red Sea,
Even
all
if
the
we
Red Sea,
own
if you
Assab,
have a
we
member
need-
of
we
Red
need
Sea,
further
if you
ports.
are from
We need
Red
further
Sea,
ports.
why you begging other country to have Red Sea to access?
Exactly.
Because we need more ports. Because we need more ports.
we
More
need
ports?
more to we're too
Yeah.
big. Ethiopia
Yeah,
Then-
we are huge. We are huge country, and we need.
Omo,
we-
Omo,
130
Tamrit.
So why they
More
kick you
Tamrit.
though? Why you don't get it? Why they kick you if you are?
Yeah.
Who
What?
kicked us?
kicking us
Who
what?
kicked us? Who
How come you have no
Somaliland.
access? How come you
How
have no
we
access?
not? What are you talking about?
Tamrit.
No, that's
the
not a
next-
laugh.
so
That's a
Our
reality.
MOU
Venus,
is
Venus,
still
so the
valid.
next
Do you
thing-
know that? Our
The next thing they're gonna say is
memorandum of understanding is
Somaliland
still
port
valid.
belongs
Do
to
you know that?
Ethiopia. You're gonna say because we have Somalians in Ethiopia, Somaliland port belongs to Ethiopia since 1776 will be on next.
Somaliland, when it's about to be a country, we're gonna be one of the biggest partnership we're gonna have is gonna be
Yeah.
Somaliland.
The
Yeah,
only
so what's the
success,
problem?
the only success Ethiopia
MOU
support.
is still valid. What is the
Listen,
problem?
brother, the only support Ethiopia will have is through the IMF because you guys are bought by Saadu.
What is
That's it.
IMF? That
Oh my
is
God.
that has nothing to
Look
nothing
up-
to do
look up-
with you.
look up-
with your
Ethiopia,
issues.
we at the same time.
So
we
are
did
you
that with
trying
the-
to shape
with
Ethiopian
Red
foreign
Sea,
policy?
right?
Do you believe?
I'm telling you, Ethiopia owes the United States and the IMF $3 billion because of investments.
Why do
So
what
you are
country
bothering
don't
for
have a
our
loan? I
foreign
don't get
policy,
it.
yeah?
What country?
You're not
So are you
understanding.
trying to advise
Listen,
that?
I'm not attacking your
So what
sovereignty.
is it
Just
being-
listen. Just listen to what
Why
I'm
do
trying to
you
tell you.
keep going? Have the amount of this money with IMF? We
Because
can
I'm trying
partnership.
to explain to
It's
you.
none of your business who you deal with. Just like we don't. It's not our business who you deal with. You
Exactly.
guys choose to be a partner with
Excellent.
Egypt, right?
Excellent. No, who said we're partners
We
in Egypt?
have a right to choose.
So are you
who's
going to
gonna be
tell us
partner.
with whom just we have to create a foreign relationship? What are you saying?
Are you gonna tell?
trying to
Are you
tell us-
gonna tell us that our Red Sea belongs to you?
Yes, that's it.
It's
That's
not your Red
we have
Sea.
historical
So if our Red Sea,
belongs
if
to
our
you.
if our Red Sea belongs to you, then Ethiopia belongs to us.
No.
What are you gonna do?
In the first place,
Then we're not gonna get out of. We're not gonna get
ኦኬ
out
አሁን
of Ethiopia.
እንትን በየተራ እስኪ ተናገሩ።
ነማኪና
ኦኬ፣
ሀውና
እንዴት ነው እዚህ ላይ ምን መሰላችሁ? አይ ዶንት ኖ ዋይ ጋይስ ኢቭን እዚህ መጥታችሁ ይሄንን ቶፒክ ይዛችሁ መናገር የፈለጋችሁ ከኛ ግራ ገብቶኛል። ለምን መሰለሽ? If you don't accept me who I am as an Eritrean, if you have claiming to the whatever the sacrifice ያደረገውን ሁሉ ነገር ኢንዲፔንደንስ ያደረግነውን በሙሉ በዓለም የታወቅነው ባንዲራችን ሁሉ ነገር ማለት ነው እና
Venus, can you open comments, please?
Oh, I don't know how to. I don't think I have access for that. Let me see.
You do. Any moderator can open comments. Go to please the people.
All day, which is እንትን የምናደርገው ማለት ነው። ውጤት የሌለው ነገር መናገር አንችልም። መናገር የምንችለው if halfway ከመጣሽ ብቻ በኋላ ነው የምናገረው እንጂ አንቺ completely የኔ ማንነት የኔ እንትን የማይገባሽ ወይም ደግሞ የኔ እንትን አገሬ dignity my proud አንቺ ማታምንበት ከሆንሽ there is no way to talk in here. First of all ማለት ነው እንዳለ ይሄን ቆይ አንድ ያናገረኝ don't be interrupt me and then ለምን መሰለሽ ቆይ አንዴ ቆይ ለምን መሰለሽ ይሄ ሁሉ ስትናገሪ ሰምቻለሁ እኔ የምትናገሩት ያላችሁ ስለ ድሮም እናንተ ዋንነት እንደነበራችሁ በሂስትሪ ደግሞ እናንተ እንደነበራችሁ እኛ ምንም እንዳልሆን በቃ እናንተ ሁሉ ነገር እውን እንደምታርጉት በታሪክ ይሄንን ሁሉ ስትናገሩ ቆያችሁ ማለት ነው ይሄንን ነገር it will not bring us to the peace by the way ይሄንን ነገር it will not bring us to negotiate about Assab ስለዚህ እንደዚህ አይነት ሜንታሊቲ ያላቸው ኢትዮጵያኖች ብዙ ካሉ ይሄ ነገር በሰላም ማረፍ አይችልም period ደግሞ እንደዚህ አይነት ሜንታሊቲ ስላለው ነው we are struggling in between this country እስካሁን ድረስ እንደ አይነት ሰላም ያልመጣው እንደ አይነት አስተሳሰብ ስላለ በኢትዮጵያ ነው ምክንያቱም በሰላም የሚደረገው ነገር behind እንትን ማሰብ ስለማትችሉ ነው ከዛ በላይ ማሰብ ስለማትችሉ ነው እናንተ በኢጎ የተዋጣችሁ ናችሁ ኢጎ በቃ ሊገድላችሁ ነው እና ይሄ ኢጎ ደግሞ it brings to fight ለወር ነው የሚመጣው ስለዚህ እንደ አይነት አስተሳሰብ ካላችሁ እኔ ላንቺ ሞክር ያለው ትንሽ ሐሳቤ ላይ እንድትመጪና አክብረሽ የነን አክብረሽ እንድትናገሪ ፈልጌ ነበር አንቺ ምትልኝ ያለሽ እኛ ከናንተ ኢኮኖሚ እንደምንፈልግ ብለሽ ነው የተናገርሽው you can decide what I want you can decide Eritrean what they want you see this is በቃ እውቀት የሌለው ነገር አነጋገር ነው ማለት ነው you can tell me what you want but hold on አሁንም እንትን አርቂ you can tell me what you want but you can't tell me what I want እኔ የምፈልገው እኔ ነኝ የምነግርሽ እና እኔ የፈለኩት ምንድነው የምነግርሽ ኢኮኖሚ አይደለም ምንም አይደለም Eritrean people they just need only peace ካለን እኛ ኢኮኖሚ እንደምናመጣ ናቃለን we are the people work hard በጣም ኢንተሊጀንት ሰዎች ነን መስራት እንችላለን ማምጣት እንችላለን ምንም ችግር የለንም ስለ ኢኮኖሚ እኛ ችግራችን የሁሉ አመት ለአመታት የሄደው ጦርነት ብቻ ነው there is nothing else እና ያደጉ ያለችውን አሜሪካ ብትኖሪም አሜሪካም ፒስ ይኖራቸው ነው ይሄ እድገት ያመጡት ገብቶሻል እንደዛ አይነት አነጋገር ካለ ግን እንደ size independent to other country በኢኮኖሚ እንትን ተለጥፋችሁ የምትኖሩት ለዛ ነው ለምን መሰላችሁ በራሳችሁ ስለማታስቡ በራሳችሁ እንኖራለን ብላችሁ ማታስቡ ስለሆናችሁ ለኛ ልትጠቅሙ አትችሉም ስለዚህ እንደ አይነት አስተሳሰብ ያለው ኢትዮጵያ እንደ አይነት አስተሳሰብ ያለው ኢትዮጵያዊ እንደ አይነት አስተሳሰብ ያለው መሪ እኔ ኢትዮጵያ ገብቼ ፖለቲካ ቢፈተፍተው ምንድነው ችግራችሁ ኢትዮጵያ ገብቼ ብትንትን ባረጋችሁ ምን ችግር አለበት እዚህ ጠላት አይደላችሁ yes you are our enemy ምክንያቱም እንደ enemy ነው የተናገርሽው እዚህ ጋር እኔ እንደ enemy መናገር አልፈለኩም ነበር እኔ ነው እኔ negotiate ላርክ ካንቺ ጋር ፈልጌ ነበር አንቺ ግን enemy ነሽ በቃ you don't even believe I'm Eritrean you don't even believe in my flag you don't even believe in my map ገብቶሻል you don't even believe anything about me so እኔ ቢበታትንሽ ምንድነው መከፋሽ መክፋት የለብሽም እንዲያም ቢበታተን ኢትዮጵያ we don't care ገብቶሻል የምትበታተኒው በምን እንደመሰለሽ ባታሳሰብሽ የምትበታተኒው ባንቺ ኤርትራን ቦታ ከመጣሽ you gotta respect Eritreans ገብቶሻል as I respect ኢትዮጵያ አንቺ ማንነቴ ማክበር አለብሽ ማንነቴ ሳታከብሪ እንዴት ነው ስለ አሰብ የምትናገሪው አንቺ ገብቶሻል ያ ቆይ አሁን አናገሪኝ just ሙሉ ቀን ስትናገሪ ሰጥተናል እንደ ሰጥሁሽ እኮ ነው ሙሉ ቀን ዝም ብዬ ነው ያልኩት ገብቶሻል ያ ቆይ ከጨረስኩ በኋላ ትናገሪያለሽ እኔ ከጨረስኩ በኋላ ታወሪያለሽ ለምን ሚታርጋቸው ህጉን ሚታርጋቸው ሚት ኤቭሪባዲ ሚት ወስ አንቺ ተናገርሽ ነው እኔ አልተናገርኩም ሪስፖንድ ማድረግልሻለሁ አንቺ በተናገርሽ መሰረት ነው እኔ አልተናገርኩም እንደሱ ብዬ አልተናገርኩም I didn't speak the way you speak though but I'm going to respond to you
ምን እሱ አልተረዳሽው
አንዱ ተጨርሰናል አሁን የመጠቃቀም ሳይሆን የመውረስን ነገር ነው የምትናገር የባለቤትነትን ነገር እየተናገርሽ ነው ገባ
ጥያቄ አለን አልኩት ኤኒባዲ ጥያቄ አለ
አሁን ይኸውልሽ እኛ አሁን አባይ ላይ ይኸውልሽ አሁን ለምሳሌ አሁን
አባይ ላይ ካለ ጠይቅ
አባይ ላይ ጥያቄ አለን ካልን ገባሽ ጥሩ አይሆንም ገባሽ
ኖ ጥያቄ አለኝ ካልኩ
ማይሆን እኮ አይደለማ ይሄ ጥያቄ ሊሆን ይኸውልሽ አይደለም
I'm not afraid of that
እኮ ሳይሆን እኮ ጥያቄ ይኸውልሽ ስሚ አንዴ ቆያ ጥያቄውን ይኸውልሽ አይነት አለው አጠያየቅ ለማለት ነው ገብቶሻል ሌላ እኮ ምንም አይደለም
ሚኪ በቃ ሌላ ጊዜ እናወራለን
ኢትዮጵያ ላይ ያላችሁ መብት
እኔ the only thing
ምን አልከኝ ታምራት
ኢትዮጵያ ላይ ያላችሁ መብት ጠይቁ ምንድነው ችግሩ
ኢትዮጵያ ላይ ያለህን ነገር የፈለከውን ነገር ጠይቅ እኔ have no problem with that
no እኔ እኮ ጠየቅኩሽ ከመጀመሪያ
የለንም ከናንተ ምንም ጠይቀው ነገር የለም
ኤርትራ ሀገር መሆኗ በዓለም ዝተፈለጠት ማንም ሰብ ዝቆይ ዝጭብቲ ይዝባሃል ቀይሕ ባሕሪ እንታይ ዝወፅእ ካብ ቀይሕ ባሕሪ እዚ ፖታሽ ማይኒንግ ገለመለ እዚ ጭብቲ ይዝባሃል referendum እዚ አብይ አሕመድ ኢንተሊጀንስ ኦፊሰር ሮኬት ናብ ኤርትራ ሰድዝ ነበር ትሕቲ ኢቲፒኤልኤፍ ዝነበረ እዚ ማንም ሰብ ቅሪ ይኽእልኒ ኤርትራ ናብ ኢትዮጵያ ተኣትኾላ ብረይ ሕጊ ኣብ ዓለም ከምኡ ዝበሃል ነገር የለን እቲ ኣብ ትግራይ ዝተገበረ አብይ አሕመድ ሓላፍነት ካይወሰደ ኢሳያስ አፈወርቂ ክወስድ ኣይኽእልኒ እዚ ኸ ማንም ሰብ ቅሪ ይኽእልኒ ሕጂ ልዕላውነትኩም ኣይኣምን እየ ዝብል ዓመን ዓለም ኣሚናቱሉ ኣነ ኤርትራ ሃገር ምዃና ሕጂ እንታይ ትብለናላ እስኻትኩም በራይ ክትኮኑ ጥራሕኩም ዝግባእኩም ትብላላ ባሕርኹም ናትና ኢኻ ትብላላ ማንኻ እብላለኹ ብስነ ስርዓት ሓሳብ ታምረት ሓንሳ I will give you ታምረት bro let me finish brother let me finish and you can speak let me finish ኣነኻ እንታይ እብላለኹ ከም ድላያ ክትዛረብ ትኽእል እያ ቶም ትበሉና ደገፍቲ በሉና ኤርትራውን ኢና ኣነ ባዕለ ነቲ መንግስቲ ይድግፎነ ሃገረ ህዝበይ ግን የፍቅራኤ ጫፍ ንጫፍ ሓንቲ ንእሽተይ ክጎድለለይ ኣይደልን እየ ክትውስኸለይ ትኽእል እያ ኣይትጎድለለይነ ግን ሕጂ 2026 ኤምፐረር ኪንግ ገለመለ ኣደይ ሕልሚ ኣለዋ 10 ኪንግ ከሆነ ገለ ኢሉ መፅዩስ ኣብ 2026 ቀይሕ ባሕሪ ዝናተይ ኤርትራ ሃገር ኣይኮነትን ክብለኪ ሓደ ንእሽቶ ትሕቲ 40 ዕድሙስ ኣብ ዓለም 50 ዓመት ከማ ዘይነበረ ሓደ ሃላይ ኣይኸውን እዩ ኣብዚ መፅኦም ዋላ ንስድሮኦም ንቦታቶም ንቤተክርስትያናቶም አንዲዱ ይቆትሎም ኣሎ ብዛዕባ እዚ ዳ ካብ ጉዳይ ሃገርና ውፅእ ብሉ ኣለዉ እሞንታ ዲኦም ኣብ ጉዳይ ሃገርና ስም ከኣለዉ ሕጂስ ማኪናኻስ ናተይ እኳ እዩ ዝብለኒ ዘሎ ገዛኻስ ናተይ
እሞ ኣብቲ ጉዳይ ሃገሮም ካፕቴን በእነሱ ጉዳይ የሚገባው እኮ ለምንድነው ታውቃለህ እንደ አይነት አተሳሰብ ስላላቸው ናቸው ትረት ስለማያርጉ ነው እኮ ነው if you ትረት ለአንድ ካንትሪ ትረት የምታረጋት ከሆንክ ሁሌ እንደዚህ ብላ ሰላም የምታስታጣት ከሆንክ እዛ ሀገር ገብታ መበታተን መብቷ ነው ትበታትነዋለች ፖለቲካ ትገባለች ትበታትነዋለች ምክንያቱም you open the door ሄት ምታርክ ሆንክ ካገረህ ውስጥ ሆኖ ለአንድ ሀገር በቃ ልዕልና መታሳይ ከሆንክ የሷ በቃ የቻ ሀገር ክብር የምትደፍር ከሆንክ መሪ ተብሎ የሚፈክር ከሆነ መሪ ተብሎ የድሮም ብሎ የድሮው ምቃ የጅስት ፊውዳል አገዛዝ ነገር አምጥቶ በዛ ፕራይድ የሆነ አንተ ጋር ልዕልና ማሳየት የሚፈልግ ከሆነ ለጀነሬሽን እንኳን አላሰበም ለኢትዮጵያ ጀነሬሽን ምን ማለት ምክንያቱም ካሁን በኋላ ፒስ እንዲፈጠር ለኢትዮጵያ ጀነሬሽን ምን ማለት እንዳለበት እንኳን አላወቀም ለምን በቃ ያለፈው ነው የሚናገረው ስለዚህ there's no new ናቲን ነገር የመጣ ነገር የለም ስለዚህ
ግን ቀይሕ ባሕሪ ናተይ ይብለክሎ ግን እንታሎ መስለኪ ናተይ ኾሎስ ንኻልእ ሰብ ቀይሕ ባሕሪ ክህቡንስ ክልምንየ ይብላሎ አቢ ናትካ ንዕ ኮይና መውሰዶ ከመይ ጌርካ መሆኑ ሶማሊላንድ በጃኹም ኣክሰስ ሃቡን ትብላሎ ናትካ ዋና ቀይሕ ባሕሪ ንዕ ኮይንካ ስለምንታይ ሞ ዩ ዘይትገብሩ መን ዝኸልኣካ ዘሎ ስለናቱ ስለዘይኾነ እዚ ፕሮፓጋንዳ ይሕዋት ንኹላኹም ኤርትራዋን እዚ ፕሮፓጋንዳ ኣብ ኢትዮጵያ ዝስራሕ ዘሎ ናብ ደም ይኽእትውና ዋይ 50-60 ዓመት ናትና ኤርትራውነት ልኡውነት ኣይንኣምንን ገለመለ እንዳበሉ ደቆም ሕጂ ከኣምንዎ ጀሚሮም ኣለዉ ብልቢ ሕጂ ይኣምንዎ ኣለዉ إذا إرتراس ولا تري أفرق الدرف كلوس دهلاقنا تيبلكي معاس يا دهلاقنا يا مهاراي خوينا تفلت معاس أرداني هجي رداني تسألي مستقارو سلم تايلون TPLF يو هاجرنا أسنيتوا TPLF يو أموتي TPLF تحتي EPRDF ينيرو TPLF نبينا ترحينا برد تتمرح EPRDF is bahaneru to organization EPRDF كان تايمالتيو Amara Oromo Tagaro.
No one believes that. No one, Captain.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you believe it. That's who was. Listen, that's who was leading your country. Your country was being led by EP. So what you're telling us is we don't believe that as the citizens. Yeah, so hold on. It's Eritrean problem. It is not our problem. If Abiy Ahmed, if Tagaru say we don't believe Abiy Ahmed is a legitimate leader, that's an Ethiopian problem, not our business.
Okay. So, but you don't understand the logic when Ethiopians believe that the EPRDF was not a legitimate government and it didn't represent our legitimate.
Then why did the world accept the EPRDF as a legitimate government? Why did Condoleezza Rice go to Ethiopia? Why was Suzanne, what's her name? Why did Bill Clinton legitimize them? Why?
So you should not bother about the formal recognition. I'm talking about material recognition. So
እና ይሄ የኢትዮጵያ የኤርትራ ፕሮብሌም መሆን አለበት?
No. So
አንተ ቆይ አንተ በቃ መንግስት እስከምትሆን after independence ኤርትራ ከሆነች በኋላ እና በአለም ላይ የተረጋገጠና በዩናይትድ ኔሽን ህጋዊ ነገር ለማድረግ አንተ ተጋገሪያ መንግስቱ ሁን ምን ሁን ኤርትራ መጠበቅ አለበት?
Okay. So እንደዚህ ማሰብ
ትችላላችሁ። ስለዚህ በቃ ሰንስ አይሰጥም። በቃ
Okay. በዚህ ችግራችን ተፈቷል።
ቆይ አንዴ ኤርትራ ማድረግ ያለባት ጥያቄ ነው። በአለም አቅርባ እንትን አርጋ ህዝቡን ጠይቃ ምንድነው የምፈልግ ጠይቃ በአለም እንትን የሆነ ደግሞ ዝም ብሎ በኤርትራኖች ብቻ አይደለም የተደረገው። አለም ሙሉ መጥቶ በኤርትራ አይቶ መስክሮ ቆይ አንዴ
ኢንተረስት ዲስሪጋርድ ማድረግ ይቻላል። ችግር የለውም። ኢትዮጵያ መናቅ ይቻላል ማለት መናቅ ይቻላል።
Do you see Haile Selassie as a legitimate king?
Yeah, it is.
Do you see Haile Selassie as a legitimate king? Yes or no?
He was a king, yeah. He was a king.
Okay, guess what? Okay, so Eritreans, we see Haile Selassie as trash. He's not a king to us. You know what he is to us? He's nothing.
Yeah, it's okay.
So just but that's my listen, brother. But that's my personal.
It's opinion.
Right. So when you say EPRDF was not a legitimate organization, that is your opinion. The rest of the world,
yes, you can have different opinion. Yes, you can have different opinion.
We didn't see him as a king. We saw him as a killer.
Okay. You can have different opinion. That is not
okay, brother. But you have.
It's not an opinion. ቆይ አንዴ ታምራት opinion አይደለም የኛ ያለን ከኃይለ ሥላሴ ጋር ከኃይለ ሥላሴ ጋር ያለን ማንነታችን ማጥፋት የፈለገ ሰው ነው። ገብታ? ስለዚህ it's not opinion.
You can believe also as a fact.
It's not about belief. We pay our blood.
Yeah, okay. So
ገብቶሃል? ኃይለ ሥላሴ መጥቶ እኛ ጋር ገድሎ ሰው እንትን ያደርገው ነው እንጂ ምንም ያደርገው ነገር የለም። እንደገና የሱ ያደረገው ብልሽት ነው። ይሄ ሁሉ ደግሞ ብታውቀው ኑሮ ሂስትሪ በደንብ ብታውቀው ኑሮ የሱ ያደረገው ብልሽት በህግ ስላልሄደ ቆይ አንዴት ቆይልኝ እሱ በህግ ስላልሄደ ብቻ ነው ይሄ ሁሉ የመጣ። ህግ አታውቁም እናንተ። አሁንም ህግ ከመከተል ቆይ ታምራት፣ አሁንም ህግ ሄደ የምትጠይቀው እንኳን ኮርት ሂደት አይደለም የምትጠይቀው ያለ እዚህ መጣችሁ የምትበጠብጡት አገራችሁ ውስጥ ሆናችሁ የምትበጠብጡት መሪያችሁ የሚበጠብጠው ችግራችሁ እንኳን ብጥብጦች ናችሁ ሁላችሁ። ለምን ነው በቃ እንደ መሪያችሁ ነው የምትናገሩ? መሪያችሁ እንኳን ሪስፔክት የለውም። ቆይ መሪያችሁ እንኳን በህግ ሂዶ ህግን እንኳን መጨረሻ አስቻለ።
Venus Hafte, Timret, I want to debate you intellectually. Did Abiy Ahmed accept the Algiers agreement? Yes or no? Yes or no?
He didn't accept it. It has already been signed during EPRDF and accepted, approved by the parliament.
It was signed and agreed in 2018 by who?
In
2018, the Algiers agreement was signed.
He did nothing. He agreed only for the implementation. He had nothing to do with
wait. Timret.
He had nothing to do with Algiers agreement.
Please listen to me. If the Algiers agreement was designed before Abiy Ahmed.
Yeah.
If Abiy Ahmed believed the Red Sea and what is it, Badame and this and that, and the land of Eritrea belonged to Ethiopia, why did he agree and constitute and sign the Algiers Agreement?
He didn't agree. You
Why
don't
did he?
listen what
Well,
I'm
okay,
saying.
then why did he
didn't
recognize it?
agree.
Why
It
did he
has
recognize
nothing
it?
to do with Algiers agreement. The
I'm
Algiers
asking you,
agreement
why
was
did he
signed.
recognize the agreement as legitimate? I'm asking you, answer that. Don't tap dance, answer that.
So it brings nothing. It has no effect from
Why
Ethiopian
he
standpoint
did?
because
And did
it was
ምን አይነት
it was signed and
can you just
ratified during
answer straight?
EPRDF.
Answer the question. It was not implemented until Abiy Ahmed. It was not implemented until Abiy Ahmed recognized it. Why are you denying the facts? Stop gaslighting, brother. Answer the question. Algiers Agreement.
Okay,
Abiy Ahmed
let me
made
repeat
peace.
it again.
Let me listen
It
to my
was
question
signed
first
and
clearly.
ratified during APRDF. So Abiy Ahmed is not needed.
Who
He
created?
was not needed.
Who came up with the Algiers
He had
Agreement?
nothing to do with Algiers agreement. It was signed and ratified during EPRDF.
And who recognized EPRDF's
So why
work?
he doesn't reject it for that?
No, he
So he
rejected when it's
agreed with
recognized.
implementation.
Get away
Yes, he
Agreement.
did, but
That is
if he said
implementation. That has nothing to do with signature and
እንትን
ratification.
ከሆነ ሌላ ሰው ካረገው የምታውቀው ከሆነ ሌላ ሰው አድርጎታል ብለህ የምታምን ከሆነ ወይም ደግሞ አብይ እንደዛ ብሎ የሚያምን ከሆነ ለምን ፈረመለት? ለምን ተቀበለው? ፈረመለት ሳይሆን ተቀበለው። ኮምፕሊትሊ ሁሉ ቀበለዋለሁ ብሎ
የአብይ ስራ ይኸውልሽ፣ እሱን እኮ ነው የአብይ ስራ።
No, you can't make it
እናንተ
excuses.
በሚስቴክ ነው እንደምትኖሩት። በቃ የእናንተ መሪ በሚስቴክ ነው
ምክንያቱም
የሚኖሩ።
ተፈርሞ ማለት ነው።
No, you can't make excuses, brother.
You
If
made
he-
a mistake when independence happened. You made a mistake and then Algiers happened. So you guys don't have a brain. You always made a mistake.
ለምን አታዳምጡም? በኢትዮጵያ ኮንስቲቱሽናል ሲስተም በኤግዚኪቲቭ ብራንች የተፈረመው
No, Tamret, this is an agreement. This is an agreement. Tamret, this is an agreement. This is an agreement of democration by the Ethiopian government with Eritrea to include Assab, Badame, and everything else. Abiy Ahmed agreed and supported the Algiers Agreement. Hold on, brother. Drawing up by EPRDF, which TPLF, you guys like to blame TPLF for everything, was a 25% shareholder of EPRDF. Now, the question lies, if your president, prime minister, not president, your prime minister, Abiy Ahmed, recognized the Algiers Agreement to include Assab and Badame and any other land disputes, why are you here trying to convince us that Eritrea?
No, I'm not trying to convince you. Now, can you listen to me now?
Okay, but first,
okay,
accept.
listen,
Do you accept that first?
No. There is a big problem. So I would like
Accept,
to explain.
no. Do not say
wait.
the problem. Accept what he did, Abiy. Accept it first. Then you talk after that.
Exactly, because what you're telling
That's
us
going to
is,
happen.
So are you
Tamret, I will give it to you.
Trying to
No, Tamret, this is what you're
to
doing.
say your words
Let me
or
tell
what?
you what my issue is. What you're doing, you're saying we have the right to access the Red Sea. We have a right to this, Eritrea sovereignty, blah blah blah, like that female was saying, right? No problem. That's your opinion. But at the same time, I asked her, does she support Abiy Ahmed? She said, we support Abiy. Not everybody's against Abiy. Okay. If you support Abiy Ahmed and he signed the Algiers Agreement, or he recognized.
Can you listen?
Listen, no, I'm gonna finish. When he recognized the Algiers, it doesn't matter. He recognized the Algiers Agreement.
Was signed and ratified.
I understand. I said recognize. Apologies.
Ethiopia.
Recognize.
Okay, good. Okay.
Recognize. If he recognizes the Algiers Agreement that was drawn up by the I will give it to you, but you have to let me land. If he recognizes the Algiers Agreement that was recognized by the EPRDF, which Abiy Ahmed was also part of the EPRDF, he was led by TPLF as well. Then why is it a problem when your leader recognizes Eritrea and the sovereignty of Eritrea and the Red Sea and everything else? All of a sudden, in 2026, he says, "No, I changed my mind." This is not shady. This is shady politics.
No. Okay. So listen. In the first place, in relation to the Algiers Agreement was signed and then ratified by Ethiopian Parliament because in Ethiopia, any international agreement, whether it is bilateral or multilateral, it should be ratified by the Parliament, and that has already been done before Abiy Ahmed. Therefore, Eritrea has a right to claim anything arising from Algiers Agreement. Abiy Ahmed has nothing to do. The only option Ethiopia has first, it is possible to cancel Algiers Agreement by the parliament again because there is a material breach from Eritrean side. Because there is still encroachment.
What's the breach? Sorry, what's the breach?
So the breach is in the first place, the breach is the involvement or encroachment in Ethiopian security by forging some alliances with insurgent groups in Ethiopia.
Which are what? With Tagaru?
Which one are you talking?
With Tagaru?
Yes.
Tagaru?
With Tagaru.
Okay, no, Hansav. Okay, no, just so I can understand.
The second argument.
No problem. Let me try to understand. Let me try to understand something. So okay. So far, what I'm understanding is you're saying ratify. It could be ratified by the Ethiopian government since it was concluded before this new administration. I got that, no problem. But you're saying since the Eritrea is working with the insurgency, or basically you don't want to say Tagaru, right? But anyways, let's just say Tagaru. For the sake of argument. But at the same token, they were also claiming, the sister earlier, that the TPLF shot missiles and rockets to Asmara. So back then, everybody was supporting Abiy Ahmed, saying, yes, TPLF needs to be destroyed because they shot rockets to Asmara. So should Eritrea just sit there and just be rocketed to death, or should they respond?
No, I'm not accusing.
Come on, bro, you can't have it both ways.
I'm not accusing Eritrea for the involvement in Tigray war because there was agreement from Ethiopian side, the Ethiopian federal government. Agreed to do so.
The rockets were alive.
No, it is immaterial. The rocket thing is immaterial because
I'm asking you. What do you mean it's immaterial? You're No, Tamra, be fair, bro. If you're shooting rockets from one country, forget it. You guys don't separate Tigray. Hear me out. Don't separate Tigray. Tigray is in Ethiopia. If Tigray is in Ethiopia, so if you're saying they shot rockets to Eritrea, of course we can't say it's immaterial. If you're shooting rockets to Eritrea, you don't think they're going to respond? It's a country.
It had nothing to do with rocket. The war had already begun, and they fired the rocket.
And when did Eritrea enter the war? When did Eritrea enter the war?
So this argument does not help us to solve the material issue.
Come on, bro. So then you guys are lying. So then you're lying about the rockets.
The material issue is Ethiopian claim on Assab. That is the big.
No. The issue is, let me tell you what the issue is. The issue is you're trying to portray different things and not going by the law. The law is your government twice. One ratified the Algiers Agreement. The new government recognized the Algiers Agreement. And then when your own country was attacking a state in Ethiopia called Tigray, then you turn around, use that as a political ploy. Hold on, listen. Use that as a political ploy to destroy Tagaru by saying you shot rockets to Eritrea. Eritrea has a right to respond. And then now you turn around and say Tagaru are Banda because they're working with the Eritrean government. The Tagaru cannot be separated from Ethiopia because Tagaru live in Ethiopia. They're part of they led Ethiopia. You can't have it both ways.
For the second argument, Captain. If I want to make it a little bit precise and short. In the first place, don't believe in international law. Don't do that. It is simply formal and fake mythos. So Venezuela is a sovereign state. Iran is a sovereign state. Ukraine is a sovereign state.
You don't believe in.
So don't.
Hands up, so I can understand. Wait, let me understand. You said
he said international law. Don't believe
trust.
that.
Is he saying don't trust or don't believe? Don't trust.
Doesn't work.
It doesn't work. Okay, let me ask you a question.
And you should.
Then Renaissance Dam is ours. It's our area.
Yes.
So we are talking with the terrorism here because doesn't.
Wait. Tamret Hawe, Hansab, you said don't believe in international law. Okay. Wait. Now that makes sense. Why 1.2 million Tagaru were unalived and no one took responsibility because Ethiopia in its constitution says democracy, international law, but you're telling me as an Ethiopian do not trust or believe in international law, which means 1.2 million Tagaru being unalive is because no Ethiopian believes no Ethiopian believes in the Code of Conduct, Geneva Convention, or international law. So Ethiopia is not a government if you don't believe in international law.
If you are weak, the world does not treat you, does not entertain you, does not see you. You are invisible if you are not powerful, and that is the thing that is going on by now.
But this is terrorism.
If you are powerful, if you
Okay,
are powerful,
that's good. Tamrat, it's good. Powerful. If you are powerful, so you can just break the law, the international law, right?
I'm not saying that is right or wrong, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
So if Ethiopia has nuclear, if Ethiopia if Ethiopia has nuclear weaponry, كم دلايم سب نحط فيهم بحق international laws كحطوته يخولون يوم.
Yes, I don't understand Tigrinya. I don't understand Tigrinya.
What you're saying is, okay, I'm asking, what if Ethiopia gets nuclear weaponry? So you don't believe in international law? They could just hold on to me. Hear me out. If you don't believe in international law, if Ethiopia has nuclear weaponry, they can kill every Eritrean and destroy Eritrea because they don't believe in sovereignty or international law. So of course we don't want Ethiopia to have any weaponry because we see what you did to Tagaru. What are you going to do to us?
I'm saying that you can interpret in any way. You can guess. But what I'm saying is, if you are not strong enough, if you are weak, the world does not recognize you. If you are powerful, if you are strong, then you can enforce your right.
True.
This
is very true. This is very true. But let me ask you a question. Is Ethiopia a first world country, a second world country, or a third world country?
I'm asking Timber, answer this question. Ethiopia. Still, please. I repeat it again.
I'm just asking, is Ethiopia a first world, a second world, a third world? Which one is it?
I don't want to label Ethiopia. I don't give any grade to Ethiopia.
Eritrea and Ethiopia by the world. Eritrea, Ethiopia by the world's eyes is a third world country, right? Okay. So when you say he who holds power is not seen as weak, Ethiopia is considered weak because Ethiopia. Listen.
I'm not saying.
Hear me out. Ethiopia went to war.
Ethiopia or Eritrea.
Okay, brother.
Let him talk.
Ethiopia went. I don't know why I can't finish. Ethiopia went to war against its own people in northern Ethiopia called Tigray, right? And Tagaru, as a state, made 30,000 Ethiopian soldiers surrender. Instead of destroying them, they sent them back to Abiy Ahmed. So what power are you? You shouldn't even talk about power. Ethiopia has no power right now. Other than
okay, look, you can believe. So what's the
but other than the IMF and the World Banking system, they fall under the World Bank. No, they fall under the world, brother. But they fall under the World's banking system.
I don't know your intention. Why are you arguing again and again about Tagaru?
No, I'm telling you because what? The only power Ethiopia has is under the IMF. Is bought by white people. White people run.
You can believe.
So Zionism.
That's what it is. So they're trying to.
I have a question.
They're trying to destroy Eritrea and Tigray. That's all.
Can you wait, please? I have a question for Tamrat. Tamrat, do you claim also Masawa or only Assab?
I think the legitimate claim Ethiopia has is on Assab. It was not wrong if Ethiopia claims also Assab.
Okay. You said Assab. You said Assab
because it was also historical. Historically, Ethiopia.
Wait. You can only answer one question. You can answer one. I'm asking you. Do you recognize Eritrea as a sovereign country right now?
Who?
No, wait. Just wait. I'm going to ask him again.
Yeah, it's a sovereign state. Yeah.
Okay. You know what? Our forefathers, they were very busy to make our country as a sovereign. They didn't ask a lot of questions. You guys have a lot of debt that UAE and the West countries can't even pay for us. You've been using Masawa for over 30 years.
I think you are emotional. Okay.
Wait a minute. No,
Okay,
you
no,
just
no
you
problem.
guys
Okay, go ahead.
asked
But you
you
are
guys
emotional. Okay.
asked what do we have? What do we have? Do we have claim? But our Eritrean brothers, they didn't ask you. They just said we don't have claim. But as an Eritrean young man, I do have Ethiopia has a debt that the Renaissance Dam even can't pay it us. Your whole life you are going to pay.
I think we are talking now not about economic
لا
issue, but
هولد
we
اون
are about sovereignty.
أنا
For
صراحة
30
حاسة
years you
أسكي
guys
نحن
used
نبكي
Massawa
هنا
without
باجي
our
زيدي
consent.
حبكمونا زيدي حبكمونا أنت خاطر لها حجزها أنت كمونا
Because they
زيادة
use it for more than
أنت
30
كموها
years.
تتقبل
Massawa, they
لها
have to
بجا
pay.
هيلك أسأل با
Why should I shut up?
No,
They have to pay. They have
just
debt.
talk politics تزارب
Non tayo kulo Venus have to haki restitution ana you nuudam you block
They
kulo.
have debt
Some
for 30
they
years.
No,
owe
that
us.
captain.
Then you have to
Not
pay them.
even okay. Hold on,
When are you going
both
to
of
pay
you.
them?
نسخاتكم سي تناحم كابتن نسخهم سي اسخو بكم ايكونن سي حايل غيرنا سي دستوري كنغبركم ينابلكم
I
عليكم.
know that,
Yeah.
but it is a matter
So
of questioning
why that's
also.
question now?
You have to question. They are questioning Assad. Then you have to question them also. Why are you shutting up? When are you
Yes,
going
you
to
are
talk
entitled
about
to
your?
do so. You have a right. Do you have
Then
a
when
legitimate
are you
right
going to pay us? When are you going to pay us?
on guard on Ethiopia Renaissance
Oh
Dam?
my
You can claim
god.
it.
انت كخوف
If you
خد
have
فاكان
a
دا ولا
certain, you
خمي غير
can claim
I
it.
know
مفهوم.
that, but you have to ask. It's one
انت
type
هيدا
of
حتى
question you have to
هو
ask.
انت حتى لها.
So what I'm saying is,
Ethiopia has a lot of debt to pay to Eritrea.
okay, you can claim
Then
it.
we can use the Renaissance, or we can
Yes,
own the
you can claim.
Renaissance.
You can claim. You can claim. What is the problem?
What's your
You
answer
can
then?
claim.
Then answer me.
If just I'm answering you, you can claim.
I'm claiming you. What's your
what is
answer
base?
right
Okay,
now?
let me ask you.
As
What is your
Ethiopian,
base?
what is your answer?
What is your base? When did you sign with Ethiopia to invest?
You see, you
on
don't
Renaissance
even
Dam?
accept
When?
Massawa as an Eritrean.
Massawa was Ethiopian port during Emperor Johannes, and after that, and again after 1950s Federation, Ethiopia had been using it. So what is that?
Does Ethiopia support the Sudan?
It is current geopolitical issue. Now we are talking about historical issue.
No, I'm asking you, does Ethiopia support the
mix it.
RSF, the Sudanese RSF? Does Ethiopia support them and why?
So what has it to do with this issue?
Because we're talking about Eritrea, and because earlier what the sister said, she said the problem for Ethiopia is Eritrea is always causing problems. That's what she said, right? Okay,
you can ask her. So I did.
Okay,
that was not
do you believe Eritrea is causing Ethiopia problems?
Eritrea has a right to be in Ethiopia if it perceives Ethiopia as a threat. So I don't see that. I don't like it, but it is illogical if Ethiopia claims Assab, and if Ethiopia wages a war on Eritrea, and it is rational and it is natural reaction from Eritrea if they come to Ethiopia and they involve in Ethiopian security. So what's the problem?
I like that answer. I love that answer. So my next question to you, okay, if Eritrea sees Ethiopia as a threat, it's got a right to protect itself. We agree there.
Yes,
My next question to you is, does Ethiopians see Eritreans as a threat? Do you see Eritreans as a threat to you?
Ethiopia does not see Eritrea as a threat, but Ethiopia has a serious historical question because its port was taken, and it is illegal, it is unlawful. Not only the port, but also the Assab region. Still, the Ethiopian elite.
Excellent. So what you're telling me it has a legitimate question because its port was taken away from Ethiopia. Yes. That's okay. Good. We understand. So my next question to you is, how come during your election process, Ethiopian election process of all your leaders, they always say, we're gonna bring Assab back to Ethiopia. Would you not consider that a threat to Eritreans?
It is possible for Eritrea to see that as a threat because
how come your generals and your minister of information, I can't remember his name, or was it I can't remember, but how come he said Eritreans should not be free? They don't even believe in their own sovereignty. These are your top leaders. He came out in the world and said that. Why?
Yes, I understand what you are saying. So you are not. I'm completely. I understand what you are saying. Your concern is Eritrea is a sovereign state. We have been fighting for our sovereignty three decades, and then at the end we achieved to be an independent state. So we need that Ethiopia recognizes us as a sovereign state and to deal diplomatically.
No. We don't need Ethiopia to do anything for us. We need Ethiopia to stay the hell out of our business.
Okay. So you at least you expect that Ethiopia recognizes Eritrea as a sovereign state. Point.
No, Mufti, is it Dana Mufti? He said they don't even believe that they're free. They don't deserve to be free. This is not a regular person.
No. I'm saying. I'm already. I'm emphasizing now on your claim. You believe, or you expect from Ethiopia that Ethiopia recognizes Eritrea as a sovereign state. No.
We don't. So Eritrea is a sovereign country. It's a sovereign country. It has its own port. Has everything. We don't need anything from. But what we expect is. Let me tell you my expectation. My expectation is we expect Ethiopia to stop pushing propaganda to overturn Eritrea's sovereignty. We expect Ethiopia.
That is Ethiopia should believe that Eritrea is a sovereign state. No.
No, that is Ethiopia needs to stop pushing propaganda that is going to
Ethiopia is pushing propaganda at the time when it believes that Eritrea is a sovereign state, no?
Yeah, but we don't really care what they believe. Our weapons speak for us.
Why we need the
we don't really care. We don't
repeating the same word.
Recognize it as the separate Eritrea.
I don't need you. For me, I'm a man, right? I'm a man, you're a man. I don't need you to believe I'm a man. I just need you to leave me alone. I know I'm a man. So if Eritrea is a country, I don't need Abiy Ahmed to tell me Eritrea is a country. I just need him to stop in his propaganda on his news channel saying we're going to bring Assab by any means necessary, by force, blah, blah, blah. No, we are a country. But anybody that doesn't believe that Eritrea is a country, we're not going to try to convince, but listen, we're not going to try to convince them. Our weapons speak for themselves.
Yeah, okay, so now you have to prepare yourself to defend your sovereignty. You have to prepare. That the only thing you can do by now. You cannot force Ethiopia to.
No, because they following now like Trump مش كستا يقبر على حجي. Trump
እዚኦም ቪነስ እንታይ ተረዲነ ኸረዳኪ ነተጋሩ ሳክሪፋይስ ገይሮሞምሽ ሕጂ እንታይ ገብሩ ነተጋሩ ሳክሪፋይስ ገይሮምስ ብራከት ሰዲዶም ልኩም ኤርትራውያን ንዕህሮምዎም ይብሉ ድሕሪ ኤርትራ መፅኦም ካብ ጥቃት ይኣትዉ ራከት ተሰዲድና ኢሎም ሕጂ እንታይ ይብለክሎ ለውላነት ኤርትራ ኣምነ ቀይሕ ባሕሪ ናትናይ ብላ 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 ባዕሎም ከዓ ንደቂ ዓዶም ቀቲሎም ሕጂ ኤርትራ ስለምንታይ ሞ ካባና ዘይትወፅእ ከኣብለክሎ
دخل وقت لكن بتنو من نمبر
يا سخم
that's the power power تدالو مشيلو that's our power divide them and destroy them
نتغارو خد فوس مستعامم سراكو سديلهم لكم حغوزنا يبلخي دحري مستعامم كاني كاب عدنا وص يبلخي ازيوم I cannot believe it لخبطنا ناي Ethiopian بفلاي ام حارو باليوم نزيوم ابي احمر اورومو قالت زدغفو قيح بحارس كون وزدو ايناس مرتكم يزير لنا we don't care he's bizarro. That's exactly what he's saying. We don't care about his bukhum. انتايز بها مرتكم ناتكم بحرت راح يزير لنا. اگر مكن
انت تقول
يا انت ماشي لك كابتن
عندي فينوسا
حساس يونس حجاتي خس عندي لك كابتن زي اتحساس بازي نعنا بزي اتينا زلو ابزخو لمالتي حجي بتحاله وجن أنا درد أنا نجارات هلو that's why نحنا حاجرنا power كنجبر لنا نبل تردي كارلو كابتن سئلنا يكوننا نحنا زي حاجرنا سي بإيكونومي ديا بكل مالتي military economy بملؤ power كتكون اللوا power كتكون تقيناها نحنا دك حاجرنا ينا نجبره ترديكا نحنا ينا نجبره